Alexa, turn off. Hi, y'all. I am refilling. I'm stocking product so that I can ship out these packages that I have. And I made a huge batch of oil. And then I also made a beard oil for my landlord and my husband. I gotta pour this up for him too. My husband woke me up this morning, so I am up. I was live on Facebook, but good morning. I'm trying to figure out why is the comments way down here. I am from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I am from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I really am. I really am. I wanted to sleep in. If y'all watched my last reel that I uploaded last night, I talked about me currently fighting depression. And typically, since my mother passed, I have these moments. And at first, my husband used to try to try to pull me out of it. I don't know. And over time, he realized letting me sit in it is best. But he did tell me like, hey, I've noticed you've been in depression, but baby, you gotta pull it together. So I'm trying to pull it together. He woke me up this morning when he went to work, and now we was on FaceTime working together, but he went to a different area in his building. Yes, this is hair growth oil. I do have a business. It's called crownofaqueen.com, and I sell hair growth oil. I also have a duo set that comes with the aloe vera elixir with hair growth oil. Great for hair growth. All my clients use it. What do? I do a lot of things. I'm a stay-at-home mom and a wife. I am a full-time content creator now. Um, I have a business called Crown of a Queen. My mother had 1 second. She had triple negative breast cancer. And you know the things like with chemo and radiation, it typically burns your skin, takes out your hair, dries your scalp out, and it can also dry your scalp out, which I didn't notice. The radiation and the chemo can dry your scalp out to where it irritates your scalp. So I was trying to find different ways to make money because I had to shut down doing hair. And at the time, I wasn't a content creator; I was just doing hair, and so I didn't have any means of income outside of unemployment. And she was like, let's try to make something natural for my scalp, because we ain't had nothing else to do. So she sent me the money. I got on YouTube. I did a whole bunch of research. And between Google and YouTube, because back then that's all we had. We didn't have ChatGPT. I wrote down different ingredients that I wanted to try. I wanted to do Ayurvedic. Yes. Yes, it is all natural. Everything is all natural. As you can see, I make it myself. It is infused with 10 herbal Ayurvedic herbs. I got 3 nose rings. So yes, it's natural. Everything I make is natural, and I make it from hand. Which is the reason why on my website it says 10 to 14 days. It don't always take 10 to 14 days, but sometimes it does have to, because the oils do have to sit. They have to sit at least 7 days before I can pour them. That's the least I can let them sit. I suffer from major depressive disorder. So I realized my mom was called home. Yes, my mother was called home June 15th, 2023. And I do have it's not I've been able to control my depression around my mother. Certain things trigger it. Certain things trigger it, and I'm in the process of letting go of a 20-year friendship. Benefits of the olive oil: it really, really helps to moisturize your hair. I like it as a base. I like it as a base oil in my oil because it's not too heavy. When I started the company, I tested it on all different ethnicities of hair. So I had my white clients, my African American clients, mixed, Asian. I literally got on Facebook and was like, hey, I need different ethnicities to try out this hair oil for free. So I like the fact that the olive oil was moisturizing and not too heavy for a lot of different people's hair. Now, if you want to know all the benefits, what is the benefits of olive oil for hair? ChatGPT gonna give it all to us. That I like it because it's moisturizing and it works on everybody's hair. But it moisturizes dry hair, reduces frizz, ash shines, help prevents breakage, and it conditions the scalp. So thank you. I'm claiming that. You too. So yeah, that's the benefits of olive oil. I like it because I literally tested it on everybody's hair, and it worked. And I love that because it moisturized all the different textures of hair. It didn't weigh down the other, people with lighter textures. I fell in love. Out of all the oils I tried, I fell in love with olive oil. At one point, I tried coconut oil, and it just wasn't hydrating enough to me. But yeah, like I was saying, oh, this one is done. After my mother passed, it seemed like a lot of relationships, family and friend wise, I lost. So, I'm an only child with my mother as well. I do have siblings on my dad's side. I'm only close to 1 or 2 of my siblings from my dad's side. And I have multiple on his side, and I'm only close to 2. And it's the 2 I grew up with. Well, I grew up with most of them, but the 2 that I was closest with, that's the 2 that I'm close to. I lost a lot of different friendships. Hey, and it seemed like after she died and my father died, is this red car yours? It's my loaner. My car is, I should have my car back tomorrow. I want the car. And I don't want this car. If they would have had this car when I got my car, I would have got this car. But no, that's not my car. It's a loaner from the dealership. But anyway, I started losing friendships and losing contact with family members. I fell out with a family member that I grew up with, bad, behind my mother's death. To this day, we have not spoken. Then another cousin that I was really close with, a year later, we lost contact. A friend that was with me throughout my mother's entire death, out of nowhere decided not to be my friend anymore. Didn't give an explanation. Didn't tell me if I did anything wrong. The last conversation we had was the day before my birthday. She texted me and said, I love you. I never heard from that girl again. And she to this day, she will not give an explanation as to why she didn't want to be my friend anymore. Where do you get your olive oil from? I ordered it from a company that is out of the country on Etsy. So, those two incidents, it triggered me into depression because it felt like I kept losing people. I had to keep grieving relationships, dead and living. So that was crownofaqueen.com. I don't know if I can comment on here and pin it. I know you can on Facebook. I don't know if you can on here. Hold on. What is this? Short, nope. I don't know how to work this, y'all. So I don't know. But it's crownofaqueen.com. And I'm shipping right now. Like well, as soon as I get through refilling these oils, I'm gonna start shipping. So if you place your order while I'm on live, it'll ship out today before 5 o'clock. Okay. I'm gonna do it like this so y'all can see it. This is the only way I know I can pin it. Cause I know on Facebook we can do. So that's the website up there. What's the sticker? Oh, y'all, it's eye patches. It's just eye patches because my lovely husband woke me up. I do a lot of my research and working at night. And I was up to like 4 o'clock sending out emails to different companies about collabs and stuff. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So yeah, that was another friendship I had to grieve. That was that threw me into depression. A lady that I took on to after my mother died, that I felt like was like a mother to me, fell out with her. It was a mess. Had to grieve that loss. And recently, as I stated, I've had to I'm grieving a 20-year-old friendship. We've never had a disagreement in 20 years. I've known a girl since I was 14 years old. Been best friends ever since. Never had an agreement. And I feel like I can talk about this on here with y'all because on Facebook and TikTok, it's a different community on every platform. But yeah. So yeah. We were friends for 20 years since I was 14 years old. We've never had a disagreement. We've never gotten into it about anything or anything. It's hair growth oil. Yes, it's hair oil. You can use it in your beard. You can use it on a dog if your dog is shedding. I use it on my dogs after they take their baths. A lot of people use coconut oil. I rub my hair oil on my dogs. I had a client use it on her dog because he got bitten and had patches on him, and it grew his dog's hair back in 2 weeks. So I use it on my dog's hair to keep them from shedding and to keep their coats and stuff. You can use it on newborns. All my clients, when they have babies, they order my hair oil. It stops the cradle cap. A lot of my clients that use it, their babies have never had cradles cap. My cousin's baby, he got cradles cap. I made her some oil, shipped it out to her. Her baby no longer has it. My other little cousin had her baby. She ordered it as soon as she had her baby. I got to send her some oil today. No cradles cap. My husband, he uses, oh shoot. My husband uses it inside of his beard. My landlord wanted me to make him a beard with botana oil and some different herbs because he uses my hair growth oil for his beard as well. So I'm going to test this out on my landlord and my husband. And I'm also going to make them a beard bar to see how it works together. And I might add it to the site. But yes, my hair growth oil is 100% natural. You can use it in your hair. You can use it in your beard. You can use it on your animals, your babies. You can use it just about anywhere. It helps with dandruff, dry scalp, hair breakage, hair growth, alopecia. If you have cancer, my mother used my hair growth oil. She was the only patient there she was the only patient in Chicago at the cancer center that hair was growing during chemo. Now I didn't get long, but once it came out and she started using my products, she had a small afro and it did not shed. She maintained her hair till the day she died. I actually cut some of it out as a souvenir. Yes, KB. It's hard grieving people that's living and dead. So every time I have to grieve a relationship, it triggers me. For one, my mother told me that a lot of these people weren't my friends when I was younger, if we're being honest. She told me that she said that she's cool, but I don't think she's your friend. So not only am I grieving, in the back of my head, I hear her voice. I told you she wasn't your friend. Now, I seen a different side of this friend because typically it was text messages, how you doing, what you doing, where you at, pop up at each other's houses every blue moon, see each other, kick it with the kids, do her hair, do her daughter's hairs, all that type of stuff. And then here recently, for some reason, we were just really close. So I'm seeing her almost every day. We're talking all day, every day. I don't go out. And a lot of people say that I'm weird because I don't smoke, I don't drink. So a lot of people say I'm weird for that. And they've always said that since I was a teenager. I've never been the type to smoke weed or drink. My sisters and all my friends did. I was always the designated driver because I didn't do that. I got drunk one time, hated it. And then my doctor told me I couldn't drink or smoke because I had seizures as a kid and it could trigger it. So yeah, that's that on that. But hold on, y'all. I gotta find these labels for this hair oil. So yeah, that's that on that. But I didn't like the way she treated me when we went out with her family and friends. I started paying attention to small things. And when I got sick, she texted me the night I went to the hospital. And when I told her I was at the hospital and that they suspected I had a stroke, her response was, "Oh." I didn't like that response because that's not what I would have said to her if she would have told me she had a stroke. But I didn't say anything about it. I blew it over. Because I have had to learn over time, you can't expect people to be like you or to care like you. Mind you, me and my husband, she doesn't have a car. Every time she's needed something, me and my husband's came through. She's also in the Air Force. So she called and say, "Can one of y'all come to Kansas and pick me up?" That's a 2-hour drive from us. We're picking her up. You know what I'm saying? When she texts me and say, "I need money for an Uber to get from base back to my hotel," or "I need money for an Uber to get home from my job," either my husband would pick her up, or I would pick her up, or I would send her the money for the Uber. It was never, and it's not about what I did. I'm just saying, like, that's the type of person I am. If you're my friend, and if I got it, and you need it, I'm going to always be there for my friends because I want them to be there for me. And plus, I'm the type of person where money come and money go. I mean, that's just the way I look at it. I'm not going to die with it. And if somebody need it and I got it, I'm going to give it to them. Simple. I'm busting my behind to make it on social media, but I'm not to the point to where I'm not humble enough to know that at one point I was in the same space as somebody else needing help, and I wanted somebody to help me. So I'm being that help that I wanted when I needed it. But yeah, so after she texted the O comment, I was like, I put a question mark. She texted back and was like, "What?" And after that, I didn't respond anymore. And then like 4 days later, mind you, I was still dealing with high blood pressure. I was still dealing with everything else. I don't know. I don't like to say people are jealous, but I mean, it's giving something. Definitely ain't giving friend. So, after that, like 4 days later, I had texted her and said something about, how is it that people on social media that I don't even know is inboxing me, checking on me to make sure that I'm okay, trying to help me figure out what's wrong with me, anything. My clients that I don't have a relationship with is pulling up on me, trying to, texting. And don't get it wrong. I understand that everybody is going through something. Cause that's the first thing a person that don't care about you. That's the first thing that they say, and I expected that. The first thing a person that don't care about you say is, "I got stuff going on too," as if we all don't. But I have a friend right now that thinks she may have cancer. I'm over here dealing with my high blood pressure and depression, and I'm dizzy and can't think straight, and I'm having brain fog. But that didn't stop me from texting her and saying, "Are you okay? Did you make your doctor's appointment?" Because I care about her. Even though I need to be making my own doctor's appointment, I'm still worried about my friend. She texted me and said she had her own stuff going on, and I talked to you and da 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 da. Now, mind you, when me and my husband was pulling up over there putting trampolines together, and we was going over there giving a rides home from work. Mind you, my husband works almost Owasso, which is another small county outside of Tulsa. He works almost Owasso. She works in Bixby. That is a 30 to an hour drive from his job in traffic. He gets off at 4 o'clock. Traffic starts to build up at 4 o'clock. And he was driving from there all the way to her job to pick her up. And then she stays 10 minutes from us. So he's driving to one side of town, coming to the other after work. He's getting home an hour and a half later than what he normally would to give you a ride. So I just kind of left it alone at that point. But after I said something to her, she started trying to text every day and say, "What you doing? Are you okay?" And I just would text back driver because I didn't know how to tell her how I felt because I knew I was gonna become the problem. So I would just text back, "Yeah, I'm okay." I knew it wasn't genuine. So fast forward, she texted me one day. No, I don't. I don't know how to preserve the rice water, but I do make fresh aloe vera juice to make my hair elixir. Exactly. They will invest time and care about what they want to care about. And that was my whole point. Because how can strangers give a hot I'm trying not to cuss. I don't think you can cuss on YouTube. That didn't work out. How can strangers that don't know me from Adam to Eve besides what I post on the internet? But you don't care. You've known me my whole life. That don't make no sense. So she texted me Saturday. She asked me what I was doing. And Saturday, I was asleep most of the day because I think a lot of the reason why I was feeling sick was because I hadn't gotten no rest. I couldn't sleep. I was too scared to sleep. After they told me that I had a mini stroke, I was scared to sleep. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I didn't feel right. So I was up. So Saturday, I finally was able to go to sleep. And she had texted me, "What you doing?" When I woke up, I texted back, "Nothing, just getting up," because it was hot in the house. It's getting hot out here now. I need to tell my son to bring the fan out here. But anyway, my client came over to check my blood pressure because I know how to work my blood pressure cup, because I think it was on YouTube where people were saying that's the wrong blood pressure cup. You need to get one that goes on your arm, not your wrist. So I bought the one for your arm, but I didn't really know how to use it. So all my friends and clients, about 90% of them are nurses. They're either a CNA, CMA, RN, or LPN, or some of them is even going to school to be a nurse practitioner. So she texted me and was like, "I'm leaving work. I'm about to come over to my blood pressure cup, and I'm about to show you how to use yours to check your blood pressure." I recorded it. Of course I recorded it. I'm a content creator, and I hadn't posted content, and I haven't been doing hair. So I posted that she came over here. She texted me after I posted that and said, "Girl, F you, you petty." Now, my little sister called me the next day, and she said, "Did you did you take me off of your Paramount account?" Now, my little sister and her were both using my Paramount account, but I canceled the subscription after my shows went off, like I do every time. And either she got mad because somebody else came over here to check on me, or she got mad because I took her off the Paramount account. But I didn't take anybody off the Paramount account. I canceled it. And I forgot the password, so I had to reset my password, and I canceled it. I'm not paying $14.99 for something that I don't watch TV unless it's something that I really want to watch. It was nothing on there. Every show that I like to watch, they went off for the season. I canceled it. That's $14 that can go towards to something else. So either she said, F me, you're petty because I canceled the Paramount subscription and she thinks I took her off of it, or she's mad at me because that's exactly what it is, KB. So instead of me texting her and forcing her to tell me, why are you mad at me? I decided to let the friendship go because I feel like I am entering a new season. And my health does matter. I've gained so much weight. The first time I went through depression, I lost weight. When my mother died, I lost at least 20 pounds from the time she transitioned up until the year she died. And then I gained weight, a lot of weight. And I think that's what's affecting my health because all my blood work and stuff came back fine. And then social media is shooting off. I never intended to do YouTube. Never intended. My kids made me a YouTube. Like, it was one of the, I don't know if I took the video off or not. My kids had made an edit when I first started my business in 2020. It made me this YouTube. I had like 1,000 followers on here 4 or 5 months ago. And now I'm at 40K. So I feel like God is moving me in another direction, but I think he's trying to remove the people out of my life because he knows my heart. So he's removing them so they can't go into this next season with me. And instead of me trying to force it, I am learning to accept it. So you are exactly right. He's forcing me to take care of myself and not other people. And he's forcing me to realize where you're trying to go and I'm trying to take you, they can't go. And I am dealing with it. I cried about it. I was mad about it. And now I'm over it. We're no longer friends. So that's that on that. Wonder why I was going depression. Every time I have to grieve a relationship, it triggers me into when my mother passed away. It always does. I don't know why. It's a trigger. I don't know if any of y'all seen my story. I have been thinking about doing a Q&A just for YouTube and posting it. Very good. Yep, just let it go. Just let it go. I'm no longer in the business of trying to figure it out. I let it go. I'm thinking about doing a Q&A for YouTube. I tried to do one, y'all, but I'm gonna try to get a camera and an iPad for editing for YouTube or a MacBook because I can't do it on this phone. Trying to do long form, even with 2 terabytes, trying to record long videos and edit it on these. I have an iPhone 17 Pro and I have an iPhone 17 Pro Max, and it's hard. So I am in the process of thinking about using my credit card after the kids are in school. I'm gonna pay it off, and then I'm gonna use it to get me a DJI camera and a MacBook. And I really want to do a Q&A for YouTube because my Facebook is like people from my city. So a lot of people on there know my story. And I started out content creation on there in 2023. So a lot of people on there know the story. YouTube don't. And y'all asked me a lot of questions that I've already answered on Facebook. So since I do have a community that's building up on YouTube, I want to go ahead and start all over and just introduce myself to y'all so y'all can have, get to know me better. My kids don't really like to record. My husband don't either. So it's not going to be a family channel, but y'all will see my husband and my kids on there. But I did talk to my husband about doing content, like long form content. I also have a boring life. I don't do nothing. So I did talk to him about that. And he was like, well, we're just going to have to start finding stuff to do. Okay. It's hot out here, so I'm done feeling that stuff. I'll do that later. I just need to get the order out now. So yeah. Happy I was able to have the little TED talk with y'all and get that off my chest. That's the reason why I was going through depression. You know, God got to make you uncomfortable before you get comfortable. And I tell myself that all the time. So, that's just a part of the game. And surprisingly, I'm okay. I know y'all see I got a laptop. Y'all, I really want a MacBook for editing. I really do. Another creator was like, why don't you just ask your supporters to help you? And my answer to that is, because that's not the first time that somebody was like, why don't you just ask your supporters to help you get a camera and help support your content journey? I see people doing that. And it's nothing against it. Here's my thing. I don't like getting on the internet begging. And I feel like y'all already do y'all part by watching, liking, and subscribing, and following, and sharing. I get paid for that on social media. So, well, I don't get paid on YouTube. I don't get paid on YouTube. But on the other social media platforms. So I don't feel comfortable getting on here saying, hey, will y'all help me buy a $500 camera and a $500 laptop? I don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't know. I just don't. I would prefer y'all to go to my website, buy some hair products, and then I go do it. And on my website, when you buy stuff, y'all can also tip. So then if you decide I want to tip her, you can do it. But I ain't too fond of getting on here begging. And it's nothing against anybody else who does. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. But like I said, when I'm done shopping for, really, I think I'm done with all the kids' school shopping. I have to give my oldest son another pack of white I got him a pack of black t-shirts. He wants a pack of white t-shirts. And then all the kids want Nike socks. So this weekend, my goal is to look for deals on some Nike socks, get all the kids a pack of socks and a pack of new underwear. And then I'll be done until I have to go buy my son's school supplies. But he don't get his school supply list the first day of school. And so, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start paying off the credit cards. And then, yeah, we'll just go from there. Simple. But, yeah. Also, I know YouTube don't know a lot about my business. So that's another reason why I kind of want to start doing long-form content. So I can start recording the process of me making the oils, buying labels, which I do post vlogs of me going to go pick up my labels and stuff. I used to make my labels. I don't know more. But like making the oil, shipping, you know, all that stuff. And that's why I want to do a sit down Q&A. Hi, Jamar. So that's one reason why I want to do a sit down, a Q&A. Because at one point, my product was viral on YouTube from another YouTuber. Then my mother got sick. And yeah, after I shipped out that big batch of orders, I had to shut my website down, take care of my mama. And I ain't mad about it. I would do it again. What is this? Oh, all right. So yeah. Also, a lot of y'all been asking me about my flat irons. The only way I'm gonna be able to release them flat irons again is if we do pre-order. But y'all gonna have to sign an agreement or something, because every time I do pre-order, I'm taking a risk that that vendor is not going to get them here at the time that they state. They could tell me 14 to 21 days, and it not make it here for a whole 30. And then I have to ship it to you. And the last time I did pre-orders on them flat irons, it was a show. So y'all gonna have to understand. A lot of people are saying they want my flat irons, and baby, I want them too. All I got is one left, and that is my backup here. And everybody is saying they want a flat iron, and I get it. They some bomb flat irons, but y'all gonna have to agree. Hey, we understand that this could take us 2 to 4 weeks to receive, because that kills my pockets when y'all place an order for $100 flat iron and then y'all dispute it after I ship it. I've had 3, well, I can honestly say out of all the flat irons I sold, only 3 people did that. But still, that's nerve-wracking. So what I'm doing now is I'm shipping out packages. Because, baby, is that North Place and North Street? Straight. 10 by 6. Why is it doing all that? No. That is not the address. So, yeah. Also, I am going to post a video strictly for YouTube. I'm going to be releasing you guys I'm going to release you guys a coupon code. So I'll know how many of my followers from YouTube is shopping with me. And then I'm going to probably end up doing some form of giveaway on here. I did that at one point with Facebook. So I want to do that with y'all too. 74126 723. So yeah, at one point, I want to do that with y'all too. So today, before I get off of here, I am going to activate a code for you guys and release it. Now at one point in life, I did have face bars. I still do, but right now I just don't have it in me to make a shit ton of face bars. I don't. And I have a lot of people that have been on my behind about these face bars with y'all. If I'm being honest, whew, it's a lot of work. So, I'm just gonna stock up on the duo bundles right now. We're gonna focus on that. Prince packing shit, slip. I need to clean my work area too. My husband sits over here when he works out, and I keep telling that fool to stop. Cause now I gotta disinfect my area. Oh crap. Right. So I'll focus on, I did my skincare, but on top of me doing my skincare, I'm hot as hell, so, because I do work out of my garage. So, my goal is to, my husband. Yes, baby. I'm on YouTube Live. Make you a sandwich. 2. Yeah, let me ship off 2 packages and I'll go in there and make it. All right, but yeah. Okay, baby. Bye. Okay, I gotta move a little bit faster now because she only had 1. My husband is about to come home for lunch, and that baby said he's hungry, so I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta go feed my man. So that means I gotta take my lunch break. This is the reason why I was trying to work while I was on the phone with him, because I knew he was gonna want me to do this. So I was trying to work with him so we could take lunch together. Not now. But as y'all can see. Okay, so also, y'all, one of my is getting married. So, for instance, you still have opening today. How am I supposed to do this? People are trying to book appointments. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I only book through, I only book, hold on, they gonna have to hold up. I only book through Messenger on Facebook because, like I said, I try to keep my clientele tight and I like to see who's booking. So I don't have a booking site. Okay, so while I'm doing this, by label. 85. I need your number. You know what? I'm coming from Muskogee. I just need to drive time to whatever. Yeah, but anyways, I don't like to do the whole for a coloring drum. For a color and trim, it'll be $85 for the silk press and the trim. And then it'll be an additional $75 for the color, and you'll provide the color. Yeah, I'm trying to message these people back because they complain that I never message them back. They complain so bad. And honestly, I was trying to take a mental break. I need your phone number so I can go ahead and book it on my site. All right, so I have a 1 o'clock. So right now what I'm doing is, yeah. But yeah, thank y'all for sitting on here talking to me. I am about to go ahead and get these packages out before this man gets home. Because now I got hair to do. So, thank y'all for talking to me. I'll keep y'all posted. Bye.